When we hear that word advocate, what do you think of first? A lawyer? Is that what you're thinking of first? Not a bad choice. But when we hear that word advocate, who are we really talking about? Holy Spirit, yes. And when in your life did you first connect with the Holy Spirit? Where? A little bit before that. Yes, baptism, that's correct. You were not wrong, you were just ahead of the case. All right, so I appreciate your effort. So from the time we're small, we have the influence of the Holy Spirit in our lives. So the advocate. Part of what we celebrate then today is the existence of this gift and also our ability to be able to use that gift. And I'm going to give you a couple of simple examples. Let's say there's a group of ladies from this parish. They formed a little group and they meet and they talk about living life as a mother and as a wife and within the Catholic Church. And they also have fun together. So this particular mother planned everything, checked the weather, because part of it was going to take place out of doors. Well, on the day when the party was supposed to happen, she got up in the morning and it looked real promising, but she was real busy getting the last final things, baking some things and so forth. Then she noticed at about 10 o'clock or so, because the people were going to come at 12, it started to get dark. And she even heard some rumblings in the distance. So her thoughts about doing some things out of doors, because she has some games planned, had to change. So an adaptation had to take place. Will you hold on to that piece? Okay, hold on to that piece. Then we talk about the guys gathering over here at Sycamore to play golf. That's what they call it. So they're playing golf, they're getting ready to play golf. The same thing happens. It said the morning would be clear, but they could start to hear the thunder in the distance, and then with thunder will come some lightning, and not wise to golf if you get my drift here. So what happens, the guys were very happy to be there at Sycamore to play golf, but the women may not know, maybe they do. But in those of us who are older, in every golf bag is also a deck of cards. So they couldn't golf, so they're going to sit around and have a few suds and play cards. Because they said they better not go home early because the wife will get mad. Because she's busy working and doesn't want him to be in the way. So, thank you. I took my medicine and everything, and it still didn't help this morning. So in the case of both simple stories, the mother who was preparing is disappointed. The guys who wanted to play golf are disappointed, but they adjusted. And instead of having no fun at all, they had a little fun. And a little fun is better than no fun at all. Wouldn't you agree? Now, that is a very ordinary circumstance. But what this reading is trying to teach us, the adaptation that took place is one of the gifts of the Holy Spirit. And the Holy Spirit is not just interested in the holy works that you do. The Holy Spirit is interested in everything about your life. And that's the message of the gospel today. Even in the simplest parts of your life, always invoke the presence of the Holy Spirit so that whatever is happening can happen in a good manner, and that people can have some fun, are refreshed in some ways, renewed by getting together with other people. Do you get the point here? And this was taught to me by a man, may he rest in peace, when I got back from overseas. And he said, the Lord teaches us that even in the simplest things we do, a simple get-together of these women to enjoy the weather, talk, have some good food, play some games. For the men to be able to get together to play golf, tell their stories. And what's so interesting about the men's group is I've watched this, like over at Sycamore, is that they're all talking. I wonder who listens. This is pretty amazing to me. It's an amazing phenomenon that they're all talking, but I don't know who's listening. Anyhow, those are very simple situations. And what this gospel is teaching us today, before the day began, you invoke the Holy Spirit and ask the Holy Spirit to guide your efforts, even if it's efforts to have fun. Is this clear to you, what we're talking about here? Because this is a gift that I believe remains unused in many cases among our families. And to add to that is that I'm going to give you some homework this week. You haven't had any for quite a while. You're doing all those Easter feasts and eating all that chocolate. So now it's time to get back to your homework. And I'm going to ask you to use the prayer, glory be to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit. It's one of the prayers you know it by heart, but it's not used as much as the Our Father or the Hail Mary. It's used less. And so I'm going to encourage you to pray that prayer. And then the other one, do you remember this one? Come, Holy Spirit, fill the hearts of thy faithful, and kindle in them the fire of thy divine love. Send forth thy Spirit, and they shall renew the face of the earth. That's the last point. That prayer teaches us what you and I are about. We are given the gift of the Holy Spirit so that we may be people who renew the world in which we live. And you know how you do that? What's the one loving act after another? All of this is connected. So your homework? Did you skip over to that other church? I thought we were in this together. Did I get up for nothing? Is the church empty? All right, let's hear it. I want to hear you pray it now, all together. And Holy Spirit, I think we need a redo here in a couple areas. But let that prayer guide you this week so that the Holy Spirit, even in the simplest things that we do, the Holy Spirit is present there, and it's the source of love, comfort, and hope. Because the advocate is not only the advocate, but also the comforter, the comforter. And the Lord wants us to be persons who know how to comfort each other.